What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 62 Beer Reviews. Today we're checking out beer from Dogfish Head Brewing out of Milton, Delaware. This is their 2025 edition of 120 Minute IPA. It has been a few years since I've checked out a vintage of this beer. I do remember loving it, and as they say on the label here, it is the Holy Grail for hopheads, the Imperial India Pale Ale. Comes in at 15.5% ABV. Even say on the front here, it is a limited release. And other than that, there's not too much other information we have here. It does say we brew our culinary inspired beers using real ingredients. Every beer has a story rooted in adventurous flavors and creative brewing processes. Explore the goodness with every sip. Okay, we do have a little more information. So it says continually hopped with a copious amount of high alpha American hops throughout the boil and whirlpool, and then dry hopped with a boatload of hops. It's the Holy Grail for hopheads. Label wise, I do love it. See if it comes through on camera here. Sometimes these like little gold etched labels don't come through as well, but I do really love the label. Just very classic for a classic IPA, 120 minute. I mean, if you are into craft beer, you guys know this beer. So I'm excited to get a proper review for the 2025 edition. Let's crack her open, see what's got. I mean, even the bottle cap, it's awesome. I love it. So, see what it looks like. The last vintage I had was the 2021. I think so. 2021. I had it aged and I had it fresh. This one, I think I prefer this beer fresh. I don't know. Maybe I pick up another one. I just picked up a single bottle. It's an IPA. I tend to prefer them fresh. So, appearance wise, it looks insane. Looks just like an old school IPA. Not too much of a head there. The beer itself, just this beautiful, just dark orange. I mean, doesn't really look like any other IPA I've had in a while. Just a super dark orange color to it. It's kind of got like an unfiltered look. Again, not too much head there. Yeah, a little bit of carbonation I can see in the glass. Don't know if that's come through, but it looks really, really nice. Let's get a nose on it. First thing that comes to mind, orange marmalade. Super citrus forward. For 15.5%, definitely get just the slightest booziness. I mean, it's 15.5%, right? But it's not like super, super boozy. I love just the amount of like citrus notes I'm getting. Malty. Yeah, caramel malt. Man, it is just straight candied orange. That's what I'm getting on this beer. Maybe a little bit of tropical fruit, like pineapple. A little stone fruit, some like peachy, like peach rings. Yeah, super candied. I'd say at the forefront, definitely getting a lot of just orange marmalade up front. It smells really, really good. So let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. God, that's just a fun beer. So different than like any IPA you'll find nowadays. I mean, it's literally double the ABV of most IPAs out there. It's insane. Dive in for another taste. Medium, nearing full bodied. Yeah, pretty syrupy for an IPA. Just tons of what I got on the aroma: candied orange, orange marmalade, like I said, peach rings, just tons of candied fruit. Slightest bit of that pineapple in there. There is a decent amount of bitterness on the finish. Nothing crazy. Um, Nothing like, honestly, some other Dogfish Head IPAs I've had. Personally, I would prefer just a little bit more bitterness, but I love just bitter forward beers. Even a little grapefruit too. Yeah, I mean it definitely drinks like a big beer, you know. But it, at the same time, it's not like crazy boozy for what it is. I mean, that you look at the label, you see 15%, you're like, oh, this might be a little too much. No, it it's definitely a sipper, but it's not boozy. Um, I did, I don't know. I was expecting it to be crazy booze forward, and it's really not. You just get tons of just citrusy, hop forward. Definitely old school for sure old school IPA. Syrupy though, it is definitely syrupy, medium full bodied, malty. It's just so old school, man. Caramel malt, tons of just caramel malt. Yeah, it's a fun beer. It's a fun beer, especially when like this is what a lot of people were brewing. When craft beer was first getting started, you see how it's kind of evolved with the new school IPA. It's fun to kind of revisit this style, especially someone like me that's kind of grown up as like grown with craft beer into like hazy IPAs and just new school West Coast IPA. It's fun to revisit these kind of old school IPAs like this. So, really glad I picked this up. $9.99 for a bottle. No, I am paying what it is for a 4 pack of this. But that being said, I would love to see how this ages. Like I said, I think I've 2021 vintage I had. I aged that for a year. It definitely changed a lot. I just don't know if I liked it as much as I enjoyed this fresh. So maybe I'll pick up another bottle, let it sit for a year or two, kind of revisit it. We'll see. It's one of those beers like, Sierra Nevada Bigfoot, kind of just put away for a while and see how it's kind of changed. But really just a fun beer. One of those beers I think anyone who's into craft beer should try at some point in their life. And yeah, it's just one of those beers. Please let me know if you guys have had this year's vintage. I do believe, I don't think I mentioned, this is like a month or two old, so very fresh for 2025, 120-minute IPA. If anybody's had this year's, let me know. If you've had previous years, let me know anything and everything down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you next time. Cheers.